Session is kind of like an actor. You have to do the best of your ability to make the vocalist sound good. When you play in your own band, it's the same concept. You still have to make it sound good. Now, the liberty is you can do however you wish or however you hear it in your head. You can just do it. Nampak ke tidak ni? Hai. Saya nama penuh Ahmad Zapon Ismail bin Puasa. Tapi orang kenal saya dengan Wan Gigi pasal saya pemain gitar profesional, kerja as a guitar player for various artists. The other job description nama dia essentialist. People call you to go to a session, to go to a recording, to go to a performance. So you're the hired gun, so to speak. And I'm also a guitar lecturer dekat UCSI. Start saya ni dulu main metal sebenarnya. Ni tak tipu, saya pakai topeng dulu. Sebab muka ni tak metal. Muka ni tak ganas. So actually progression saya start semua terbalik. Saya start main metal, rock and all that. Lepas tu entered music college dekat UiTM. So saya study gitar under dua cikgu. Chua Mei Ling, my classical guitar teacher, dengan Allahyarham Farid Ali, aka Mr. Gambus. That was my electric guitar teacher. So bila graduate, first thing it was the jazz thing. And then I got called to do pop gigs. So biasanya orang akan start rock and then they will progress into pop and usually they will go into jazz after that. I went the other way around. I went from the other extreme to the other one. So from like heavy metal, ganas, pakai topeng, Slipknot and all that, terus pergi main jazz, Joe Pass, George Benson and all, and then suddenly come back main pop. So, and here I am, 15 years later. My session job is whatever is required at that time or at that given job. The job offered is utility guitar player, meaning you play background stuff. Most of the time you're playing rhythm stuff, you're playing acoustic guitar. I get calls a lot to do that. Most utility stuff where you just sit, play your groove, sit in the pocket. That's about it. So my contribution is more on that rhythmic interpretation when I do session stuff. Just to make it a little bit more tighter, because rhythm guitar player is the glue of the band, besides the drummer and the bass player. So tak ada rhythm guitar player, kosong. Because nobody is holding the harmony of the song besides the pianist. So that's what I do most of the time.
Yang meniup membawa beritaku padanya.
Session is kind of like an actor. I look at it as you sit there, you do the best of your ability to make the music sounds the best for your boss. You have to do the best of your ability to make the vocalist sounds good. The music sounds good, appropriate for that. when you play in your own band, it's the same concept. You still have to make it sound good. But now the liberty is you have more artistic freedom where you can do however you wish or however you hear it in your head. You can just do it. Because it's more your thing rather than you doing thing for somebody else. If you just have one that you really pursue, regardless of trend, you have more personal identity, should I say. Kita ada banyak loads of information. You talk about social media and stuff. Whereas my time, it was cassette. So you only have one source of info. So basically cassette tu kita pusing pakai pensel sampai rosak lah. Put a coin so that it goes back to the original page. Yeah, of course you tak tahulah. But you can check whoever in my generation, they do that. Partly you're gonna be pigeonholed, but that stuff that's been pigeonholed, it's contributing factor to the project that you are being called for. So it's good that you know a lot of information, you have a lot of knowledge about this style, these genres and stuff like that. But staying true to one actually develops your identity more. Sight reading is important if you're working in an orchestra, or you're working a film scoring job, or when you do recordings when the chart comes to you like 20 minutes before recording. Yes. Knowing theory and knowing how to read music, knowing how to communicate with the rest of the band using that single piece of music, it's crucial. That's my personal opinion. My teacher, Arwah Farid, we rehearsed 20 songs. For the first gig in Alexis, if I remember correctly. Then came the show day. He said he gave me the set list. It's a totally different 20 songs. No backup plan. I didn't know all 20 songs. Cikgu, what to do? You sing or swim, dude. So I always carry that until now. Meaning I go in full force. You don't do things half-hearted. So my single piece of advice, if you can call it an advice, is you want to do it like your life depended on it. That's all.
Alright, before we end this session, Bang, I have a few more questions. Easy 10 questions that...
Janji?
Yeah, I promise, janji. Electric guitar or classical guitar?
Electric.
2009 or 2019?
2009.
Solo or band?
Band.
Rock or blues?
Blues lah.
Marvel or DC?
DC.
Jimi Hendrix or Eric Clapton?
Jimmy. Come on.
Overdrive or distortion?
OD. Overdrive.
Concerts or festivals?
Concerts.
Men or women?
Somewhere in between. Of course women. Come on.
Alright, man. I believe you. I believe you. Alright,
There goes my saham, man. There goes my saham. Gone.
Alright, Bang. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm humbled
Thank
to
you
have
for
you.
having me. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Use.